Krishna 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 Hare Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Ram. Ram Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram. Ram Ram Ram. Krishna 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 Hare Ram.
Hare
Ram
Ram.
Ram Ram. Krishna 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 Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Krishna 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 Hare Ram.
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is 28th of October. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Krishna Paksham, and it's Chavitiri. So there is one event. It is Karwa Chauth, but it is, I do not know whether it is specifically followed in ISKCON, but so some of the married women, so they follow, they fast for the sake of their husband's long life. So there is a kind of festival. So generally called by the. Can I request any devotees to share few words? Karwa Chauth, please. If you are aware.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, so like this is a prayer that we make to the goddess that we fast for the longevity of our husband. So no food is taken like all day, and then in the evening after seeing the moon, then and obviously your husband, then the food is taken. If you're not married, you would still do it for your future husband. Um, and yeah, we're praying for, you know, their good long and their good health and their long life, because the husband is the protector for the female. And obviously, I don't know, maybe from a Krishna conscious point of view, like whoever we are, whether we're male, female, we all of our ultimate husband is Krishna anyway. The husband of our soul is Krishna. So we should pray for Krishna and that, you know, obviously we that God, so but we should still, we have to develop a personal relationship with the Lord. So we should pray for Krishna because he's the husband of our soul, all of us. So in this way, we should look at Krishna's picture and then also take prasadam after that. So yeah.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing those enlightening words. Thank you so much. So Krishna is the Pati husband of everyone. We are all living entities. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, that is from the events perspective. Karwa Chauth. Okay, so we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Parikshit Maharaj is inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami, and he is putting so many questions. So he wanted to know the universe, what is the length and breadth of the universe, and the inside measurements and outside measurements of the universal excel. He wanted to know the pastimes of the devotees, the great souls, and also he wanted to know about the Varnashrama Dharma and different ages like the Yugas, Manvantaras, and Kalpas, and how the people have followed Dharma in each and every Yuga, like Kruta Yugam, Treta Yugam, and Dwapara and Kali Yuga. And what are the different incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? They're all very wonderful. Likewise, Parikshit has been inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami. प्रमाणमन्दकोशस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तरभेदतः महदां च अनुचरितं वर्णाश्रमविनिश्चयः युगानुयुगमानं च धर्मो यश्च युगे युगे अवतार अनुचरितं यद् आश्चर्यतमं हरेः. All the pastimes and incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they are Ashcharyatamam, they are very wonderful. So likewise, he is inquiring, and further today he is coming to inquiring about the what is the natural duty of the religious duty of the people in general, and also so he is asking what are the different kinds of duties, specific religious duties of the people in general, and there are three different kinds of classes of the people, and what are their dharma, and uh, principles or duties to be followed by the people who are in the distressed condition. So it can be applied for the all the living entities, either humans or non-human beings. Likewise, Parikshit is inquiring. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 8, verse number 18. नृणां साधारणो धर्मः स विशेषश्च यादृशः श्रेणीनां राजसीनां च धर्मः कृत्येषु जीवताम्. नृणां साधारणो धर्मः, नृणां of the human society, nृणां साधारणः धर्मः, the general religious affiliation. Sadharana dharma. This is sadharana dharma. In a natural conditions, in day-to-day life, what is the principles of the human society to be followed? Nunam sadharano dharmaha. Savisheshasya yadrushaha. Savisheshasya. So visheshasya is the specifically also yadrushaha as they are. So what are the specific duties? Specific duties to be followed. Likewise, he is asking. And Shreninam, Rajashinam cha, specific duties of the Shreninam, of the particular three classes of men, and Rajashinam of the saintly order. Rajashinam was the saintly order, who are the rulers. So generally, these three classes, they have got the rules. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas, they have to be follow the rules. But whereas the Sudra, he is a Paricharyatmakam, he is a servant of all the above classes. But here, until Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, they will go through the Dvija Samskara. So this Shreninam, Rajashinam cha Dharmaha Krutyeshu Jivatam. And he wanted to know Dharma, occupational duty of those. And then Krutyeshu Jivatam, in the matter of distressed conditions, Jivatam of the living beings. So what is the condition of Dharmaha Krutyeshu Jivatam? Duty of the distressed conditioned living entities who are in the distressed condition. Likewise, it is inquiring. Nunam sadharano dharmaha sa visheshasya yadrushaha shreninam rajashinam cha dharmaha krutyeshu jivatam. The translation. Please also explain what may generally be the common religious affiliations of human society, as well as their specific occupational duties in the religion, the classification of social orders, as well as the administrative royal orders, and the religious principles for one who may be in distress. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Meena Mataji to read the purport, please?
Yes, Hare Krishna. The common religions of all classes of human beings, regardless of whose, who, sorry, whoever and whatsoever one may be in devotional service. Even the animal may be included in the devotional service to the Lord. And the best example is said by Sri Rangaji or Hanuman, the great devotee of Lord Sri Ram, as we have already discussed even in the aborigines and cannibals can also be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord if they have if they happen to be under the guidance of genuine devotee of the Lord. In the Skand Puran, there is a narration that a hunter in the jungle become the most enlightened devotee of the Lord by the guidance of Sri Narad Muni. Therefore, devotional service to the Lord can be equally shared by every living being. Religious affiliations affiliations in terms of different countries and cultural circumstances is obviously not the common religion of the human being. Rather, the basic principle is devotional service. Even if a particular type of religious principle does not recognize the super supremacy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the follower still have to obey the disciplinary principle laid down by a particular leader. Such a leader of religious sect is never the supreme leader because such a circumstances leader comes to the position of leadership after undergoing some penances. The Supreme Personality of Godhead does not, however, require to be under disciplinary action to become leader, as we see in the activities of Lord Krishna. The occupational duties of the caste and the order of society following the principle of livelihood also depended on the principle of devotional service in principle of the devotional service. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that a person can achieve the high perfection of life simply by avoiding the result of his occupational duty unto the devotional service of the Lord. People following the principle of devotional service to the Lord can never be put into difficulty, and thus there cannot be any questions of apath dharma or religion in distress, as we will be explained in this book by the greatest authority Sri Sukdev Goswami. There is no religion saved and except the devotional service of the Lord, though this may be present in different forms. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here in this particular purport, Prabhupada is generally explaining about the devotional service. It can be carried out by all classes of human beings and not only the humans, non-human beings as well. Of course, so in order to make them non-human beings like cats and dogs, they should be taking the shelter of a devotee. Otherwise, the devotional service is the essential thing. This is the only service. Savai pumsam paro dharmo ito bhakti radokshade ahitukya apritha yayatma suprasidati vasudevi bhagavati bhakti yoga prayitah jnana. This is explained. Vasudevi bhagavati bhakti yoga prayitah. And then the further dharmaspanishta pumsam visvaksena katasuyah notpadaye jiratim shramayevihi kevalam dharmasya pavardhasya nadho adhayopagalpate nadhasya dharme kantasya labho hi smrutah. So these are the statements about dharma. It is mentioned a number of times and based on the nature of the living entity. Purusha Subhav Vihitan Yata Varnam Yatashrimam Vairagyadag Upadibhyam Amnato Ubhayalakshanan. So different kinds of statements based on the Swabhava, Purusha Swabhav Vihitan. And similarly, Bhakti Yoga is also mentioned in the similar way. Bhakti Yoga Bahuvido Margaihi Bhavini Bhavyate Swabhava Gunamarghena Pumsam Bhavo Vibidhyate. So this Bhakti Yoga is also in the three kinds, in the mode of ignorance, mode of passion, mode of goodness. Whenever the Abhisandaya Yohimsam, Dhambham Masharyam Evacha, some Sambhram Bibhinna Drugbhavam, Mai Kudyat Satamasah. Kapil Bhagavan explains, if one is performing devotional service in the mode of ignorance, in what are the qualities of the ignorance of bhakti? Binna Drugbhavam, that is Sambrambi, Dambam, Masharyam, Himsa. These are all the qualities of the bhakti in the mode of ignorance. And then bhakti in the mode of passion, Vishyan Abhisandhaya Yasha Aishwaryam Evava. He wanted to enjoy this material opulence and also all the Yasha Aishwaryam Evacha and Achavad Achad Yomam Prudagbhavaha Sarajasaha. So likewise, he approaches the Lord for all kinds of fame and wealth and different kinds of knowledge or beauty, so many things. That is Vishayan. And then this is Karmanirharamudhisya. Karmanirharamudhisya. He wanted to be free from all the materialistic entanglement. Karmanirharamudhisya Parasminva Yadarpanam. Yajed Yastavyatimitiva Prudagbhavaha Sasatvikah. And so that kind of knowledge. So Prudagbhavaha Sasatvikah. Yajed Yastavyatimitiva. That is, as a matter of duty, he performs devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is in the mode of goodness. So that he mentions Madguna Suti Matrena Mai Sarvgahasaye Manogatiravichinna Yata Gangambaswam Bhudau Lakshanam Bhakti Yogasya Nirgunam Hi Udahrutam Ahaitukya Apihita Ya Bhakti Purushottami Ahaituki Avihitayaha Bhakti Purushottami. That is the devotional service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is to be rendered even by animals. So here, even animals may be included. Tevai vidanti atityancheta devamayam. Stri sudra hona shabrapi papa jivaha. Yadadbhuta krama parayana sila sikshaha. Tiryak janapi kimu susadharanaye. Tiryak is the animal beings. Tiryak janapi kimu susadharanaye. Just by hearing this Krishna Katha, they will also be simply just that is included in the devotional service. They will be delivered. And the best example is Shri Vajrangaji. Hanuman is called Vajrangaji. His body is like a very strong body. Vajra Angaji. Vajra is the diamond, Angaji is the bodily parts. So his body is such a strong like a diamond. And Arjuna accepted. Arjuna has taken Hanuman as his guru, and when he was fighting in the Kurukshetra battle, so at that time this word is used. Hanuman or Vajrangaji. He is the great devotee of the Lord. So he belongs to the it's a monkeys category. So he became a good devotee of the Lord, Hanuman, Lord Ramchandra's devotee. And Ramachandra has got so many of the devotees from different aborigines and cannibals also be engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. We see the Mrugari, and also Prabhupada mentioning from this example is from the Skanda Purana. And then further, religious affiliation in terms of the different countries. So here based on time, place and circumstances, but still this devotional service can be executed. This is the basic principle by everyone and anyone. One faiths may be different, religions may be different, but rendering devotional service to the Supreme Lord in a different capacities, it can be performed in all times and circumstances through the 9 process of devotional service. Okay, and so further Prabhupada is explaining about the occupational duties of the castes and orders of the society following the principles of livelihood, depending on the principle of devotional service. This Varnashrama Dharma, it is only to bring the normal human society to come to the platform where they can develop devotional service. If one is a devotee, then he doesn't have to deal with Varnashrama Dharma. He has surpassed everything. When he is a pure devotee of Krishna, he has surpassed everything. But because he is living in the society, there is a custom to follow few rules and regulations. But he has got all the devotee rules from the Hari Bhakti Vilasa, or there are different rules. If he is initiated, he does understand. Okay, so this is people following the principles. Devotional service to Lord can never be put into difficulty. They do not, so because they are always under the supervision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, and thus cannot be any question of apad dharma. Apad dharma is some kind of a emergency situations. Apad means this is the emergency, or in kind of a giving more attention. So such kind of situations never arise if you are following the devotional service. Okay. So that is Sukadeva Goswami is going to explain all these things. But only thing is, there is no religion except the devotional, except and save and accept the devotional service of the Lord. That is the ultimate. Savai pumsam paro dharmo. Paro dharma, it will never ever be changed. It is always the fixed. Everything else will be changed. Okay, so that is from a small description about this purport Prabhupada is explaining here. So that is Parikshit is inquiring from Sukadeva Goswami. Nunam sadharano dharmaha sa visheshasya yadrushah. Shreninam rajashinam cha dharmaha krutyesu jivatam. Okay, we shall quickly move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Today letter to Hansadatta, April 26th, 1970, Los Angeles. So can I request any unallocated devotees to read this letter who has not taken a turn?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam. May I please?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. My dear Ansadutta, please accept my blessing. I beg you acknowledge receipt for your letter date 22nd April 1970s. Till now, I have received none of the amount and mentioned by you. So far, breakaway amount is concerned. I understand that they are going to purchase a house, so I will be utilized for that pur- purpose. So far, the another amount I have not yet received any intimation from the bank. I thank you very much for your um, kind appreciation of my humble activities, and you always pray to Krishna that the remaining days of my life may be a dust engaged in the executing the orders of my spiritual master. So far you are concerned, I request all my spiritual sons and daughters to help me in this great adventure. And if you all help me, I am sure I will be successful. Now our next program will be a lead Sankirtan party round over the world. It is already advertised in India from mouth to mouth that I am coming there next year with 40 disciples. So I think we must keep this program in the beginning of our next year. There is already invitation in Africa. One party may go from London by another countries to Bombay, and another party may go from here by Japan to Kolkata, and then they will meet together. We have been offered a very nice place in central India. I am negotiating with the proprietor of this place, and if by the Krishna's grace we get this central place in India, then from this center you can go to any uh, extremity of India, uh,
boundary, and it is the same distance of amount 1000 miles from. All my best students are now in Europe, in the Paris. Yourself, Mukunda, Jai Govinda, Samasundar, Gurudas, Tamil, etc. You are all advanced and the selected. Now your program will be a recruit many sincere soul from the European countries and open the branches. Your desire of opening a center in the Copenhagen may be a suspend for the time being unless we recruit some members from Europe, because all the best students have already gone there. So it will be difficult to send them from America at the present moment. In America also we have to open the many branches. So I think you should not expect any more members from America for recognizing European centers. Now you should recruit required men for our purpose for Europe, as many as possible in France, Germany, England, etc. All of you do everything conjointly, and at the same time try to organize the World Sankirtan Party. Always be in a touch with the Tamil Mukunda, Umapati, Syamasundar, etc. And therefore, there, and perform the Rath Yatra ceremony in London very generously this year, because all of you are there. Uh, Umapati has already selected the French girls. Ilavati has his wife. So I am Santik syntaxing this the marriage, because it will be a help for a French language work. So far, Hari Priya Dasi Krishna will give very soon a nice husband. But the best thing will be for her or German husband who can help us in our German language work. It is very encouraging that you are selling, and the average of 180 BTGs per day, and just try to increase as much as possible. Regarding what to do about local authorities checking your Sankirtan activities in the street. Just show to the police officer how peaceful we are. They should give us help to encourage such a peaceful activities. We should not take any action in the angry mood. Lord Chaitanya has advised to become more humble than the grass and the more tolerant than the tree. And we ready to offer all the respect to others while not caring to accept any respect for oneself. As far as possible, we will try to follow this principle, and Krishna will help us in all the respects. Hope this will meet you in the good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Beautiful message is here, Prabhuji. Yeah, we should encourage to do the Sankirtan Yatra world by world. So, yeah, I found it that Prabhupada mission is engage all the soul to do the chant Hare Krishna, and make a place to engage the people. When we do the Sankirtan, we have to do peacefully, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already give us the message. We have to be a humble and tolerant like tree like that. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Thank you.
Beautifully summarized. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And Prabhupada is giving all the instructions to recruit the people from the local community. Okay, and we need to respect everyone, not expecting any respect for ourselves. That is the beautiful point. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Due to time conscious, for next thing, Damodarastakam. Can you request next devotee who is allocated today for Damodarastakam, please? Kindly.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. And devotees, is if you got an opportunity, you can also do that lamp, ghee lamp in your home.
Hare Krishna.
Kindly start.
Can I start, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानं यशोदाभियोलुकलाधवमानं परामृष्टमत्यन्ततो धृत्यगोप्या रुदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं रजन्तं कराम्बोजयुग्मेन शान्तङ्गनेत्रम् मुहुश्वासकम्बत्रिरेगाङ्गकण्ठा स्थितग्रीवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्ठे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तमाख्यापयन्तम् तदीयेष्टितज्ञेषु भक्तैर्चितत्वम् पुनः प्रेमतास्तां सदा वृत्तिवन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चन्यं वृणेऽहं वरेशादपीह इदं तेव पूर्णात् गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्याविराष्टां कियन्ये इदं ते मुकाम्बोजमत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुःशुम्भितं बिम्बरक्ताधरं मे मनस्याविराष्टामलं लक्षलाभे नमो देवदामोदरानन्दविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाधिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं वदानो गृहणेश मामाज्ञमेदाक्षिदृश्या कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमूर्त्यैव यद्वात् त्वया मोजितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तदा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयश्य न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्ते स्तुधाम्ने स्फुरदब्धिधाम्ने त्वदीयोदराय विश्वास्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्दलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Jaya Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Radha Damodara Sri Radhe Jaya Yashoda Damodara Yashoda Damodara Yashoda Damodara Sri Radhe. Hare Krishna. To the translation, to the Supreme Lord, whose form is embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gogula, who I, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter, and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, who was being caught from behind by her who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodara I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes as this he is drowning the inhabitants of Gogula in pools of ecstasy, and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverences. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon, which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gobala in Vrindavana may ever be manifest in my heart. For what is the use to me of any other boons besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananda, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord. Be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immense in an ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to the wooden grinding mortar, in the same way, please give to me your own Prema Bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimad Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, Mataji. Thank you so much. And also, I request, if possible, if any one of the devotees is showing the Gil and Parati to Damodara during the Kirtan, that would be so wonderful.
Hare Krishna. That was beautiful, Mataji. Yes, I did offer, and I thought about it, but it was too late. Yeah, it would be nice to show, on the thing. Beautiful. Thank you. How lovely is that?
So blissful, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so that is from Damodarashtakam, very auspicious. Okay, so just a glimpse again to go back to the Srila Prabhupada's letter. So request the devotees if you have got any other reflections from this from Srila Prabhupada's letter.
Uh,
Okay, so if there are no further reflections, and we shall move on to the next part of our program. It's Ramayana, reading of Ramayana, and also this is the month of.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Sorry, I was speaking, but it was muted.
Oh, sorry, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
I
Kindly.
think there was earlier on in the letter there was mention about attachment, being on the attachment platform. I think something like that. It is a state of advanced Krishna consciousness practice where he's saying how good it is to be at that level um by practicing in this way. You're able to detach yourself and be in a state of ecstasy. Is that right?
I think yes,
So
Mataji.
by sticking to your duties in Krishna consciousness, right at the top, I think I remember it being read.
In the top first two paragraphs, Prabhupada is
Oh no, it wasn't that. No.
inquiring about the spiritual master. So Prabhupada wanted to engage all of his time only to please his spiritual master, executing the orders of his spiritual master, Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Goswami. That is
Right. Yeah, I didn't get. Wait a minute. I think who was the letter? Can you?
Hansadatta.
Yeah, that's right. No, I got it. That was yesterday, wasn't it? I didn't get to say that. Okay, I think it was about Mataji did sum up about the Sankirtan movement, that how you can spread the word by jointly getting together and worldwide you can. Yes, she did say that, didn't she? Sorry.
Yes, Sankirtana movement is
Yes.
mentioned.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so this is organized the World Sankirtana Party. So
Yeah, spread it worldwide, and he was asking his disciples to please help him to do that because that was his dream, wasn't it?
yes, Mataji.
And it's worked.
Yes.
We did a beautiful Sankirtan yesterday on the street. It was beautiful. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nice to hear and actually to participate. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so if you're all happy, we shall move to the Ramayana. Okay, so we have been in the chapter 10. We have gone through half of this one, of this Ramayana. So here in this one, Sumantra, do you remember the devotees? So until which part we have read? Any? Okay, so here Rama has decided and he is in firm determination to go to the forest, and whereas Dasharatha, he wanted to give all kinds of opulences, taking with him, go with Lord Ramachandra. So that way he wanted to accompany. So only Kaikeyi can stay in the Ayodhya. So likewise, this was the mood, and so here his request to gladden. So this part is we have written. And then here during the time, Rama and Sita, and Lakshmana, they have given all of their opulences as in charity to the Brahmanas and everyone within the Ayodhya. So this part we have done, and then further, surely Bharata and his brother Shatrugna will also enter the forest clad in bark. So this is was it allowed? Okay, this part also. Okay, now this part, let me just. Okay, so this is the, okay, we shall continue from here. So Dasharatha and Sumantra was also criticizing Kaikeyi because of her behavior. And then later on, Dasharatha was trying to keep all his things. The king turned angrily towards Kaikeyi. After handing me a heavy burden to bear, you are now lashing me as I carry it. O hostile and vulgar woman, when asking for your bones, you should have stipulated that Rama could not take anything with him to the forest, abandoning all sense sense of righteousness. You have taken to a path leading only to grief. I cannot stay here with you any longer. Along with all the people of Ayodhya, I shall follow Rama to the forest. Okay, so now we shall continue from here, though it may be good start point. So can I request dear devotees, take your turns, please. We go with the alphabetical order. Asha Mataji, would you like to read the 4 paragraphs, please, in this page?
First, how many paragraphs, Prabhu?
The 4 paragraphs in a page.
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, I'll try. Rama approached his father and said politely, "O great king, of what use to me is an army and all your riches? I have renounced the kingdom. How then can I take its wealth? He who has parted with an elephant yet seeks to retain its tether is simply a fool. I am resolved to enter the forest and dwell there with the ascetics, wearing the barks of trees and living on whatever produce I can glean from day to day." Rama wanted to act only in according with the scriptural instructions regarding the vow of forest life. He told his father that one living in the forest should not do so in great opulence. Rama asked that the king not bestow upon his brother a kingdom bereft of its riches. He would leave with only his weapons and a spade for digging roots. Turning to the king's servants, Rama said, "Bring me the tree barks, and I shall take off these royal garments and make ready to depart." His request gladdened Kaihehi that she personally fetched the Spartan forest cloth made from barks and grasses she had already prepared, shamelessly handing them to Rama, Lakshman, and Sita. She said, "Put these on." Rama and Lakshman quickly and adroitly changed into those clothes. But the beautiful Sita was perplexed, unsure of how to wear them. Trying again and again to place the bark's linen over her other clothes, Sita felt abashed. With her eyes flooded with tears, she said to her husband, "How does one wear such dress, my lord?" Rama personally fastened the barks over Sita's silk dress. Seeing her clad in forest apparel, her many female servants began to wail piteously. "This noble princess has not been ordered to enter the forest," they cried. "Dear Rama, please let her remain here with us so we may continue to serve her and enjoy the blessing of seeing her divine form. How can this gentle lady live like an ascetic in the forest? She does not deserve to suffer in this way. Srila Prabhupada.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here in this page, so here Rama is mentioning when Dasharatha is saying that we would take all this wealth and all kinds of comforts for Rama and Sita, then he is not inclined towards that to take it. Oh, great king, what use to me in any army or all your riches? I have renounced the kingdom. So Rama has already prepared for departure and he's already in the forest, in the wood life. And then in such a way, he is mentioning. And he says that previously also he mentioned that the forest life is very good for in a natural, and we would dwell in those woods trees and in the small trees and birds are chirping likewise he has mentioned so that Dasratha would not feel any kind of distress. And further, Rama wanted to act only in accordance with the scriptural instructions regarding the vow of forest life. He told his father that uh, he did not do any great opulence, and Rama also asked that king not bestow upon his brother a kingdom bereft of the riches. So again, Bharata, he wanted to rule means he needs some kind of riches. So Rama is also conscious of that, and he would leave with only the weapons and a spade for digging roots. And then turning to king's servants, Rama said, "Bring me the tree barks, and I shall take off these royal garments and make ready to depart." See, it's a painful situation in front of the father and all the family members when Rama and Sita, Lakshmana are having tree barks there. But until that point, they have not used for it. They're always in the royal garments. And now it is their part to feel for Ramchandra. And then here Kaikeyi, so she gladdened that particular circumstance when Rama mentioned that she personally fetched the Spartan forest clothes made from barks and grasses she had already prepared. Sikaike has already prepared, shamelessly handing them to Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita. She said, "Put these on." Rama and Lakshmana quickly and adroitly changed into those clothes. But the beautiful Sita was perplexed, unsure of how to wear them, trying again and again to place the bark then over her other clothes. Sita felt abashed. With her eyes flooded with tears, she said to her husband, "How does one wear such a dress, my lord?" So this is very painful situation. Whoever is watching that the circumstances, and one side is a jealous woman. She is handing over this tree bark clothes, and Sita Mata was perplexed to wear and thinking of Ramchandra, and everyone are else presenting their different feelings too by looking at Sita Devi and Ramchandra. The princesses they are not used to live there. But this is a very different condition. It is a condition that Lord Ramchandra arranged. It is a divine supervision, divine arrangement that everyone would get somewhere other feelings for the Lord. Feelings for the Lord. Okay, that is from this part. They all wanted to keep Sita Devi at least, but let us see what is going to uh, be happening further. Can I request next? Dinashrestha Mataji, would you like to read, please?
Sure, Prabhuji, thank you.
So next,
All those hearing, sorry,
yes, next four paragraphs.
thank you, Prabhuji. All those hearing their lobbying and remonstrance, Rama continued to tie on Sita's forest cloth as he desired. Suddenly, uh, suddenly, Vasistha is called Vasistha or Bas? How to pronounce
Vasistha Muni.
Vasistha? Okay. Suddenly, Vasistha becomes overwhelmed with the distress at seeing the gentle Sita about to enter the forest. Feelings engaged and the weeping hot tears, he said to Kaikeyi, "O cruel woman, have you no shame after divorcing the king and bringing the disgrace to your family? Are you still not satisfied? Will you stand by and the watch as his high-born lady leaves for the forest, uh, wearing the coarse, garments you prepared? You did not ask that she be exiled alone with the Rama. These these three dogs at sorry these three barks are not meant for her. Excellent garment and the jewelers should be bought by you for your daughter-in-law. She should proceed to the forest on the first class conver- conven- conveyance and accompanied by all her servants. Mm, Vasistha loved Ram and Sita like his own children. He could not stand and was as they departed while the hard-hearted Kaikeyi looked on the gleefully. The sage spoke words which pieces Kaikeyi deeply. He explained that according to the scripture, the wife was her husband's own self. They were one and the same person. As such, Sita should therefore rule over the kingdom, even if Ram himself could not. The forest would become the capital of the world. Indeed, the entire state of Koshala alone with all its people and the city of Ayodhya would live alone with Ram. The sage blazed with anger as her he went on, appearing like a smokeless fire. Surely Bharat and his brother Shatrughan will also enter the forest, clad in the barks. You may then rule over the desolated kingdom. People only by uh, trees, which alone could not rise up and flow Rama. Kaikeyi remains silently and looked at the Ram and Sita, who were ready to leave. Sita was Sita wished only for follow her husband. Even upon hearing Vasistha's word, she was not uh, swayed in the least from her purpose. She stood not to Ram, covered from the head to toe in the grass and the bark clothes given by Kaikeyi. All the people present then loudly exclaimed, "Shame upon the powerless king who uh, does nothing to stop this flagrant injustice."
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hari bol bol, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So here, even though, although hearing their loving remonstrances, Rama continued to tie on Sita's forest clothes. So that made everyone a bit more distressed. Even Vasistha, he became overwhelmed. He looked after Rama and Lakshmana as his own children since his childhood, and they are his dearest disciples. He gave the names Rama and Lakshmana to the children when they are babies. So Vasishtha has got so much of affection for Rama and Lakshmana. And now, so with that affection, Vasishtha is pointing to the Kaikeyi, saying that uh, here Vasishtha is a sage, and still he is using these words, "Oh cruel woman, have you no shame? After deceiving the king and bringing disgrace to your family, are you not still satisfied? Will you stand by and watch this high-born lady Sita Devi leaves for the forest wearing the coarse garments you prepared? You did not even ask that she exiled to along with Ramachandra. So these tree barks are not meant for her. Excellent garments and jewels should be brought by you for your daughter-in-law. She should proceed to the forest on conveyances, first class conveyances, accompanied by all her servants. So Vasishtha is criticizing Kaikeyi what needs to be done at least for Sita Devi. But by the time itself, Kaikeyi has prepared three barks for Sita Devi as well. See, that is so shame. And then Vasishtha with lots of affection to and looking at Rama and Sita, and also mentioning from the scriptures that wife can rule on behalf of husband, the kingdom. He mentioned they are one and the same person. So generally, if husband and wife they're married together, it is considered both are one person. They're half half. They are made for. So this marriage, sometimes we may think that I like this person, I don't like this person, but actually, this partners half is already decided by the divine. Marriages are made in heaven, something like that. We also hear. As such, Sita should therefore rule over the kingdom. So, but still, because Sita, whatever Sita receives from her husband, that is her instruction. But here, though, Vasishtha is mentioning through his affection, but still, Sita is always with Ramachandra only. Until what if Ramachandra says something, then she will do. Okay, and then further, he also Vasishtha mentions that Bharata and Shatrugna also will leave to the forest because they also love Ramachandra very much. And but still, Kaikeyi remained silent. Looked at Rama and Sita, were ready to leave. Okay, but so Sita is always wanted to follow Ramachandra only. So by looking at their determination, all people present then loudly exclaimed, "Shame upon the powerless king who does nothing to stop his flagrant injustice." So Dasharatha, it is he doesn't want Ramachandra to go to the forest, but still, because of his wife's thing, he also receives that kind of blame. See, that's why in the scriptures, if wife does any bad thing, husband receives that bad thing half of it. If wife does good thing, husband does not receive any part of it. Whereas the husband does all pious activities, wife receives half of it. If husband does bad things, wife does not receive any of those bad things. These are the scriptural injunctions. Okay, so here Dasharatha is receiving such kind of blame from the people here. Okay, we shall continue. Can I request next Gauringi Mataji, please? Until the next four paragraphs, ma'am.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Hearing their cries, the emperor became dispirited and lost interest in life. He turned to Kaikai and revoked her.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Can anyone hear me? Okay,
Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you. Yeah,
Gauri Mataji. Yeah.
I think she cut off from the IT problem.
Yeah. Would you read from the rebuked Mataji, Gauringi Mataji? Are you able to hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. I did off, Prabhuji. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So from rebuked her.
Okay, yeah. Kaikai and revoked her for making Sita wear forest garments, but the queen remained silent. Rama came before his father, who sat with his head bent low and asked his permission to leave. He requested the king to take special care of Kausalya, whom he feared would suffer in his absence. Looking at his son clad in the dress of a hermit, the king fell unconscious after being brought to his sense by his ministers, who gently uh, spring, sprinkled him with cold water. Dasratha laminated loudly. I think in my past life I must have given terrible pain to other living being, and thus this pain is now being felt by me. Uh, Surely life will not live on one until the appointed time arrives. Otherwise, why does death not claim me now? Who am terminated by Kaikeyi and beholding my dearest son wearing the robes of an ascetic, crying out, "O Rama!" The king broke off, choked with tears. With a great effort, Dasratha then managed to control his grief and turning towards Sumantra, he said, "Faith, hear the wish of my uh, mm, chariots and take the glories Rama bind this city. Since I see a virtuous and valiant son being exiled to the forest by his own father and mother. I can only consolate that this is the result of pity, as declared by the spiritual religion is religion is underweighted difficult to divine. As Rama and Sita approached the chariot bowed by Sumantra, Kausalya came and tightly embraced Sita, saying, "We are those women who forsook their worthy husbands when fallen upon hard time. Even though such women have in the past been protected and afford every happiness. They malignant and even disarray their husband when misfortune arrives. Such women are heartless, untruthful, lusty, and sinful by nature, being quality strength in time of trouble. Neither kindness for nor education, nor gift, nor even marriage tides can capture the hearts of these women.
Hare.
Prabhuji. That's it, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I read
You
very
did nicely, Mataji.
late.
Thank you so much.
Wonderful, wonderful reading, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
So here, after hearing, so still, when people rebuked this king, shame upon Dasharatha. So after that, so he is also dispirited, and then later on, Rama came to his father to take the permission, and then later on, by looking at the condition of Rama, again Dasharatha fell unconscious. And also Rama, these words still at the time. So father, look out, look, take special care of Kaushalya. So she is going to be bereft of her son. So I'm going now. So Kaushalya would be pained. So look after her nicely. So that's why he is mentioning, and then he fell unconscious again. Ramchandra again bringing some water and then sprinkling with water on Dasharatha. So later on, Dasharatha again laments loudly. And then here, why he does losing his son, Dasharatha in so many years back. So he has ruled 60,000 years in the Ayodhya. In so many years back, so once he went to the forest where for a old couple, they have got one son. When the son was fetching water for their parents, it was the evening time. So these old parents, they don't walk, and also they are a little bit blind as well. And the son went and fetching the water. At the time, Dasharatha was in hunting, so he know that the Shabdaberi. So by the sound, if any animals are coming to the water pond and making when drinking the water and making the sound, by hearing that sound, he used the weapons to kill that animal. So that is the custom of these kings. But Dasharatha thought, he misunderstood that it is an animal. When that boy, the son of these parents, old couple, they're ascetics. This boy is taking this water. At that time, he has heard that noise, that thinking animal. He has used that arrow, and it went into the heart of that boy. And then boy fell. When he was about to die, Dasharatha came, and then he felt very sad about it. And then the boy said, before he leaves his body, so I'm here to fetch water for my parents, and they're in very thirsty. So please take it. I do not mind. So, but Dasharatha was very lamenting, and then the boy dies. And then Dasharatha taking the water to the old parents, and he gives and saying that he goes and gives the water to them first, and then they ask, "Who are you? Why you came here instead of my son?" And they ask him. And then Dasharatha, he narrated what has happened. Immediately by hearing this hard news, this old couple, they leave their bodies immediately, thinking they curse the Dasharatha, saying that now we are dying here because we lost our son. You would also in in your lifetimes, when your son separation from your son, you will also die like that. So here Dasharatha is now getting separated from Ramachandra. But one thing here, he has got thinking of Ramachandra. Ramachandra is not ordinary boy. He is the supreme personality of Godhead. So he is thinking about, in my past life, I must have been terrible pain to other living beings. So later on, he would recall that past time. So and then further, he just crying out, "O Rama, the king broke off, and he just asked Sumantra to bring this chariot, the glorious chariot, so that Rama and Sita can go to the forest on this one." And then here he mentions that I can only conclude that this is the results of piety, as declared by the scriptures. Religion is undoubtedly difficult to divine. Yeah, sometimes these dharma and scriptural injunctions, we need always spiritual master to guide. In whatever the bad circumstances, still we can follow some injunctions to stick into those rules and regulations. Okay, and then further, Kaushalya came and then embraced Sita Mata and saying the very few words. This is very important for generally the women. So wicked are those women who forsake their worthy husbands when fallen upon the hard times. These are wicked women. Even though such women have in the past been protected and afforded every happiness, they malign and even desert their husbands when misfortune arrives. We see when the husband bereft of any riches, somehow the women they leave. Or they say, why we should suffer because you are the one. So there are few women like that. And such women are heartless, untruthful, and lusty and sinful by nature, being quickly estranged in times of trouble. So neither kindness, nor education, nor gift, nor even marriage ties can capture the hearts of these women. So these are the nature of women. So generally, they would have so many of desires, jealousness, so many of those things. It is very difficult to count. That is the nature of the body of a woman. But actually, we are living entities. We are not the bodies. That's why woman is always to be protected by father, husband, and the son, and they have to follow the so many scriptural injunctions. Especially, it is mentioned Stri Dharman. Bhishmadev gives many of the Stri Dharmas in the to Yudhishthira. Okay, that's why she was not formally educated in sending them to the schools and like that. So that's why. So today is Karwa Chauth. So they fall. It is also one of the regulations. They have got. They do not have got much of relaxments like that. They have got everything somewhere or other. Their mind is always absorbed. They're multitasked. Women are all the time. They are very talented if their skills are utilized properly. Okay, so we shall move on. Next, can I request Jahna Kanya Mataji, please? Next 4 paragraphs, please.
Hare Krishna. Starting from
Kaushalya love.
Kaushalya. Kaushalya loved Sita as a daughter. She knew that Rama's gentle wife was entirely devoted to piety, and she spoke to her of her only out of motherly affection. She continued, for virtuous women who are truthful, pious, obedient to their elders, and acting within the bounds of morality, the husband is the most sacred object and is never abandoned. Although Rama is being sent to the forest, you should never neglect him, dear Sita, whether wealthy or without any means. Whatever he is always yours, worshipable deity. Sita was filled with joy to hear this advice, which was in accord with her life's aim. Joining her palm, she replied reverently, I shall surely do all that your honorable self instructs. I have always heard from you proper advice about how to serve my husband. Even in thought, you should not compare me to wicked women, for I am unable to deviate from virtue, even as moonlight cannot be parted from the moon, as a lute is useless without its strings or a chariot without its wheels. So a wife is destitute when separated from her worthy husband. Having learned from my elders all the duties incumbent upon a wife, and knowing the husband to be a veritable deity, I how can I ever neglect Rama? Oh, very able, venerable lady. Sorry, I can't. It's very tiny, Prabhu. The letters. Kaushalya heart was tough by Sita's reply, and she shed tears born of both delight and agony, being moved by Sita's piety and at the same time anguished at the thought of her imminent departure. Rama looked with affection at his mother. It was time for him to leave. He feared Kaushalya will pine away he left. Rama stood before her and with folded arms. Please do not show my father sad expressions. Heightening his grief, 14 years will pass quickly. Even while you sleep, you will rise one morning to find me returned with Sita and Lakshman surrounded by friends and relatives. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yes, very beautiful. So these are the points we take away. So from Ramayana, if Dasharatha sent Rama to the forest, and then Rama after 14 years, and he has killed Ravanasura who stole Sita, and then he returned back to the Ayodhya and ruled kingdom. In a few words, some stories and the movies they mention like that, but these are the hidden jewels, the conversations between the people. These are the ones we take away. But generally, these things cannot be shown outside. When we are reading the scriptures in the books, then we understand. These are the important points, take away jewels for us. So here, Kaushali loved Sita Maharani and Sita Devi. She is the gentle wife of Ramachandra. And because she is the daughter of Janaka Maharaj, even Krishna specifically mentioned Janaka Maharaj's name in the Bhagavad Gita. So they have become a pramana for the people in general. यज्जलाचरश्रेष्ठः तत्तद्देवेतरो नरः सयत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकः तदनुवर्तते. So here when Janaka is giving being like a pramana or a model, so his family should be like that. Sita Maharani learned all these things, what a virtual woman should learn, who are truthful, pious, obedient to their elders, and acting within the bounds of morality. The husband is the most sacred object and is never abandoned. So these things Sita has learned already. But here, Kaushalya also followed Dasharatha in the similar way. But as the elderly lady, she is once again stressing those points. Although Rama is being sent to the forest, you should never neglect him, my dear Sita. And whether wealthy or without any means whatsoever, he is always your worshipable deity. And this is the conversation between two pious women, Kaushalya and Sita Devi. And then in return, Sita was filled with joy to hear this advice. She has heard this because when we know, like for example, Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Raja Aham Tvam Sarvapapibhyo Mokshishyami Ma Suchaha. परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवामि युगे युगे. So these words, these slokas, everyone knows about it. Once again, if they hear it, they feel so much of happiness. I know this sloka. Sita Maharani knows all these instructions already. Again, as soon as these instructions are heard from the Kaushalya, she felt with so much of joy to hear the same advice because they are not deviated, not different. For women, for pious women, they have got a standard code for everyone. What is that is so husband is always worshipable deity for them. And then the Sita Mata's words, I shall surely do all that your honorable self instructs. I have always heard from you proper advice about how to serve my husband. See, these are the things. Again, another pious woman speaks, the conversations. When Krishna and Arjuna speaks together, the conversation as a guru and disciple. Here also, Kaushalya is also mentioning for the sake of what needs to be done during the forest. So likewise, this is very beautiful points we need to take. And see, having learned from my elders all the duties incum, incumbent upon your wife, and knowing the husband to be the worshipable deity, veritable deity, how can I ever neglect Rama? Oh, again, she is addressing so that it pleases Kaushalya that Sita is going to always stay with Ram and serve him. So that is another point, to pleasing the elders. And also by hearing that, Kaushalya's heart was touched by Sita's reply, and she shed tears from both delight and agony. Very beautiful. And then further, Rama looked again at his affectionate mother, and then he is mentioning that a woman should not keep tears in her eyes at any point of time, especially in front of the husband. Whenever a woman cries, it would reduce the lifespan of a husband, because he is the one make ultimately the reason for the entire family to lead the family. He thinks that I am leading family. If woman is keeping the tears in her eyes, that means I must be suffering. So this is indirectly. So here, it was time for him. So Rama looked with affection at his mother. He feared Kaushalya would pine away after he left. Rama would stood before her with folded palm. Please do not show my father sad expressions, heightening his grief. So 14 years will just pass away just like that. While you sleep, you will rise on one morning to find me returned with Sita and Lakshman, surrounded by friends and relatives. So women should not cry at any point of time. We have seen there are very pious men. They go through so much of pains, but they do not put tears in their eyes. This is the there are three kinds of women. It is mentioned in scriptures. One is the Padmini, Shankini, and then Hastini, like that. So Padmini is the topmost woman whose body structure is perfectly aligned and who is always rendering service to the husband in all times and circumstances, follow the regulative principles mentioned in the scriptures. Shankini, so she is again only desiring her happiness and joy and most of passionate irrespective of her husband. So that is another one. Hastini is a kind of a bodily structure. These are mentioned about the bodily structures of women. And by that, one can understand what kind of women they are. Of course, there are women, so transcending all these bodily features, so they can develop their qualities towards Krishna's devotional service. So here about Kaushalya mentioning that mother do not show sad expressions to the father. It will heightening his grief only. So it is once again advice to women. Very beautiful part. Thank you so much, Mataji. And we shall continue. Get to Radha. Can I request Radha Sevka Mataji for next page, please?
Yeah. Rama looked around at all the royal ladies standing there and said, "Please forgive any unkind words or acts which I may have said or done out of ignorance, because we have lived closely together. Now I take leave of you all." A cry rose from the ladies that resembled the cry of female cranes. Dashrath's palace, which had always been marked with the joyous sounds of music and festivity, was now filled with the sound of agonized wails. Catching hold of Dashrath's feet, Rama, Sita, and Lakshman took their final leave of him and walked around him in respect. Numbed by grief, Rama bowed to Kaushalya and climbed up onto the chariot, followed by Sita. As Lakshman followed them, his own mother, Sumitra, came up to say goodbye. Embracing her son, she said, "Serve well your elder brother Rama, my dear son. The eternal moral law states that the older brother is the refuge of the younger, is the refuge of the younger. Whether in good times or bad, never forget the duties of our race, O Lakshmana, which are to practice charity, perform sacrifices for the good of the people, and to lay one's life on the field of battle." Blinded by tears, Sumitra allowed her son to mount the chariot, and she called out, "Farewell, dear son, farewell. Always see Ram and do your father as you do your father Dashrath. Look upon Sita as myself, your mother, and see the forest as Ayodhya." Sumitra took up the reins of the horses and urged them forward. The great golden chariot moved ahead with a thunderous rumbling. As it is passed down the royal highway, the people assembled were stunned with sorrow. Both old and young alike rushed towards the chariot as thirsty men would rush towards water in the desert. Clinging to the sides and the back of the chariot, they looked up at Sumantra, calling out, "Hold fast the reins, O charioteer, and drive slowly. We wish to see Rama a little longer."
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji. So again, here the mood again of all the people when Rama and Sita, Lakshmana is climbing on the chariot. People wanted to keep Ramachandra for some more time. They wanted to see. And here one more point that Sumitra is the second wife of Dasharatha. So she has got the twin children, Lakshmana and Shatrugna are the twins of Sumitra. So though they are the twins, so Lakshmana is attached to Ramachandra, Shatrugna is attached to Bharata. So, but here Lakshmana saying that, embracing her son Lakshmana, saying that serve well your elder brother Ramachandra. So generally the eldest son of the family, he is like a father after father. My dear son, in the, eternal moral law states that older brother is the refuge of the younger. So one has to serve his elder brother all the time, or father. So whether in good times or bad, never forget the duties of our race. So this is whenever also Lakshmana also mentioning, always the eldest child should be the prince regent. He is a birthright. That is the birthright. It is said in the scriptures. And he should lead the family. There is no separate scriptures never say that you need to get separated from your family members and live separately in a separate. It never says that. It is always joint and combined family. This the father and eldest son, and then eldest son's the son is going to be served. So if we see the Shantanu Maharaja and his children, Vichitreviri became the king, and then he has got again Dhritarashtra. When Dhritarashtra became blind, Panduraju got, and out of Pandu, though Yudhishthira is the eldest one, he should get the kingdom, or Duryodhana, who is son of Dhritarashtra, he should be. But actually, Yudhishthira is elder than Duryodhana, so he should be reigning. He should be taking over the charge. Always the eldest son should be the king. That is the birthright. So here the things, because of the Kaikeyi's desire, things going in a different way. So here Sumitra is giving those instructions to Lakshmana, always to serve your eldest brother. That is a kind of a, you have to practice this. It is religious code. O Lakshman, which are to practice charity, perform sacrifices for the good of the people, and to lay down one's life on the field of battle as well. So Lakshmana is going there to protect Rama and Lakshmana, Rama and Sita, and while they're walking in front, so he goes and then clean the path. So such kind of ways, Lakshmana is always day and night, all without sleeping, without eating, he was guarding the Ramachandra and Sita. So that is the he is Lakshmana Lakshmi Sampanna. He is most fortunate person than anyone. Lakshmi Sampanna, wealth of goddess of fortune. So and then Sumitra also embraced her son, and then she farewell, dear son, farewell always. See Rama as you do your father Dasharatha. Look upon Sita as myself, and another instruction. So always treat Sita Mata as your mother, and see the forest as Ayodhya. So you will never ever be bereft of it. Again, this is the bhava. So one more point here, Lakshmana, he has never looked at Sita Rani, Sita Mata's face to face, and he has only looked at only the feet of Sita Rani, Sita Maharani during the forest. So this one, it is mentioned later on. Whenever Sita Mata was taken by Dasharatha and her jewels are thrown, some anklets are also thrown there. At the time, Rama was showing these things. So look at Sugriva was showing those jewels to Rama and Lakshmana, and at the time they were recognizing. Lakshmana says, Father, I don't see these earrings or these bangles or these things, but I can see these anklets. This belongs to Sita Maharani. I have so there he understood he was only seeing the feet of Sita, but not any face more than top part of the Sita Mata. So that is the mood of. So here Sumitra is mentioning that always see Rama as you do, your father Dasharatha. Look upon Sita as myself. That is the instruction he has got from his mother. We need to see all women as our mothers. And then later on, Sumantra took all this Rama, Lakshmana, and Sita into the chariot, and he was going. Now it is time for the people. They are calling Sumantra, hold fast the reins, O charioteer, and drive slowly. We wish to see Rama and a little longer. Everyone are attached to Ramachandra. See, this is the mood of it. This is always one has to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and He is giving so many opportunities for us. Okay, we shall move on. One more last paragraph. Usha Mataji, please.
Rama, anxious to be gone as quickly as possible, asked them to desist and told Sumantra to drive more swiftly. Ordered by Ram, move on, and at the same time told by the people who filled the road, stop. Sumantra could do neither. With great difficulty, the chariot pressed slowly forward. Seeing Ram leaving and his city plunged into despair, the king fell pros- prostrate. Prostrate. Upon being brought back to consciousness, he got up and, along with Kaushalya, ran after the chariot. Rama looked behind him and saw them trying to make their way through the crowd. He was unable to bear the sight of his father and mother in such distress, but being bound by duty, he urged Sumantra ever forward. The charioteer was perplexed, hearing from behind the king calling out, "Come back!" and then being ordered by Ram to drive quicker. Ram said to him, "This pain should not be prolonged further. Make haste. If my father reminds you when you return, you should simply say you could not hear him." Finally, breaking free from the crowd, the chariot gathered speed and left the city. Dasratha was still running along the road, his eyes fixed on the dust raised by the chariot's wheels. Breathless and at last losing sight of the chariot in the distance, Dasratha fell down on the road. As he lay there, Kaushalya and Kaikeyi came to raise him up. On seeing Kaikeyi, however, the king became inflamed with anger. "Do not touch me, O sinful woman," he roared. "I never want to see you again. You are neither my wife nor a relation, and I have nothing more to say to you. I also reject those who serve and depend upon you. If your son is in any way pleased to receive the sovereignty, then I shall son his as him as well."
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna,
Mataji.
thank you very much.
So now here, Sumantra is taking Rama, Sita, and Lakshmana, and sometimes people are asking to, oh, chariot driver, stop. But here Rama is saying, move on. So we are duty bound. That is one side. And also, Sumantra's instruction, one side people are saying, and another side is Rama is saying. So he says goes faster and then steadfast and stop press it is going slowly forward. So he has to follow two instructions. It is difficult for Sumantra. And then later on, again looking at the behind, Dasharatha is running towards Ramachandra. Again, this along with Kaushalya. So he is feeling so much of separation. And again, it is also painful for Ramchandra also. Again, he is saying to Sumantra that uh, just keep going. So the pain should not be prolonged further. Do it quickly. And then if my father asks, when my father asking, why didn't you stop? Then you simply say, because there is a higher priority that we need to be duty bound. It is the promise. And that is the instruction to Ramchandra to go to the forest. Okay, and again here, once Ramchandra, Sita, Lakshmana, they left, and here again, Dasharatha is fell down on the road again. Kaikeyi came, and then he is also touching, saying few words. Do not touch me, O sinful woman. Even I would not care for anyone who belongs to you, even your son, if he takes the sovereignty. Likewise, very beautiful part. Let me just see how much is there. Okay, there are a few more. I will read this. Dasharatha gazed at the tracks of the chariot. He covered his face in shame, blaming himself for Rama's departure. With Kaushalya's help, he slowly made his way back to the palace. As he passed along the road, he saw the city marked by mourning, its shops closed, its streets deserted, lamenting all the while. Dasharatha entered his palace as the sun goes behind a cloud. The great palace was silent and without movement, overlaid with a heavy atmosphere of sorrow. Dasharatha went into Kaushalya's apartments and, laying down upon a soft couch, cried out, O Rama, have you really deserted me? Alas, only those who will endure these coming 14 years will be happy. Seeing again the face of my gentle son, I cannot tolerate life without that tiger among men. O wicked Kaikeyi, you may rule this kingdom as a widow. Kaushalya looked sadly upon her husband and said, having discharged her poison upon Rama, the crooked Kaikeyi will now wander freely like a female serpent who has shed her skin. With Rama exiled and her own son installed as king, surely she will cause further fear to me, even like a snake living in one's own house. How shall I survive without Rama? Thinking of Rama and Sita entering the forest, Kaushalya cried out in pain. How would they survive exactly at a time when they should have enjoyed the luxuries of life? They were banished and made to live like ascetics. When again would she see them? Surely in some past life she had committed some grievous sin. For that reason she now suffered such terrible pain. She lamented loudly, O Rama, O Lakshman, O Sita, where are you now? The fire of my grief touches me today as the blazing sun scorches the earth in summer. Sumitra gently reassured Kaushalya, reminding her of the greatness of Rama and Lakshman. Controlling her own grief and sitting next to Kaushalya, she placed her arms around her co-wife. She spoke about Rama, describing his qualities and immeasurable strength. Simply to prove his noble father to be perfectly truthful, he had renounced the throne and gone to the forest. This was the path of virtue followed always by cultured men. The path led only to to the regions of nether ending happiness. Kaushalya should therefore not pity her son. Sumitra spoke softly, being ever attended by the loving Lakshman and followed by his devoted wife, Rama feel no discomfort. Even the sun will withhold its scorching rays from Rama's body. Seeing his boundless virtues, a gentle and soothing breeze will always blow softly on Rama. At night, when he lies down to sleep, the cooling rays of the moon will caress him like a loving father. Sumitra stroked Kaushalya's face. She spoke to assuage her own suffering as much as that of Kaushalya. She told Kaushalya not to worry. Rama would surely be protected by the terrible weapons that that Vishwamitra gave him. He would dwell fearlessly in the forest just as he would in his own palace. Sumitra concluded, knowing the power of that prince, I have no doubt we will see him returned as soon as his term of exile is concluded. With Rama as your son, you should not grieve in the forest, for your good fortune is very great indeed. Shed your sorrow now. O sinless lady, for all the people must be comforted by you at this time, pained as they are by Rama's separation. Comforted by Sumitra, Kaushalya felt relief and embraced her co-wife tightly. The two queens sat together for a long time, lost in thoughts of Rama. Nearby the king lay almost unconscious on a couch, repeatedly murmuring Rama's name. So that is the sad farewells of this 10th chapter of Ramayana. So now Rama has departed. Now Dasharatha, he is on the couch in the Kaushalya's palace. So these are the different kinds of feelings that Kaushalya is feeling. And so it is a sad moments for many people in Ayodhya. And also here Kaushalya is remembering how Kaikai is just like a serpent. This is very important. Prabhupada mentions that if a person in a home, if he has not got a faithful wife, or a wife who is not faithful to the husband, and a person, a friend who is always envious, but outside he speaks normal words as a good friend, and also a serpent in the home, and um, a uh, untrusted servant. When these four people are there, surely that person of the home would get the death sooner. So these are the four people: a friend, a wife, a snake, and uh, untrustable servant. These are the four people. But one has to be very careful about these four to have a good people all the time in his life. So here, therefore, the snake should not be in the home, and the untrusted servant should not be in the home, and a friend who should be a devotee, not the ordinary person who has got intentions of the intentions just like always envious towards the friend. But in the devotee's life, we do not see these four. They will always have only got pious people in their life. That's why this Krishna consciousness we see all blissful. We are very fortunate to be here in this satsanga. Okay, these are my reflections. Now I request, dear devotees, we have gone through so many things. I request you to share your reflections, your sharings, your knowledge, and ask questions. Share your knowledge, everything else, please. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Many
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Japna Kanya Mataji.
Yeah, it's pointing to our relationship and our feelings, how it can be, you know, tumultuous. It's kind of, 1 minute is good and 1 minute is not good. And the story about Dasharat, how he bowed his head when it was needed for him to utter some beautiful words. When Rama's left, that's when he's lamenting and screaming, "Where's my Rama?" Lamenting, "I want my Rama." And it's like that with all our relationships, constantly in that kind of mood. 1 minute is good, next minute is not. And it goes to show in the material world how you behave, how you get attracted to. And he had so many wives and he took to one more than the other. And then he realized Kaushilya was the best. In a way, she supported him when he was in a bad state. It's like that in reality. Um, it's I couldn't understand how he knew better, but yet, okay, we talk about the past life, our karma and everything, and it has to be like this. And there's all a serpent's always around. And it's up to you to get attracted to that, to encourage the serpent to bite back. And I can tell a story. Yesterday I met a nice, is it okay to tell a little quick story about my experience yesterday, book
Yes, ma'am.
distribution?
Yes, Mataji.
I met a young Muslim, young lad. He was attracted to the Sankirtan, the Kirtan itself, and he came and he was looking. So I approached him, and he is really keen in being liberated and being free. And he comes from a very strict Muslim family. And he said his mother is strict, and he can't tell her that he's attracted to this. And so I spent some time talking to him, and he was relishing everything I was saying. And of course, in Muslim religion, they do have similar sort of, message about peace and happiness. And so he was enjoying that kind of conversation. He says, I don't get this kind of conversation, and feel free to be me. And so I invited him. I gave him a card and told him where we were, and for him to come for the Sunday feast tomorrow. And when we're talking about this story about promises, when you make a promise, you stick to it in the pious world, in the Krishna conscious movement. When you're a pure devotee, this is what you practice. And while I was talking to him, and he said, I will come. I said, are you gonna come after, in the end? Will you be able to come tomorrow? He said, I wouldn't tell my mom because she's very strict, but I will come. And he said, I promise. So I thought, and I really felt he meant it. And the promise was so real, and it really touched me, that I am that kind of person. If I promise, no matter how hard it is, I will try and do it, even if I struggle. It's a thing that I grew up with, that if you promise, you have to keep it. And it really touched me because I felt he was honest, and he really wanted to seek peace and calm and happiness, and he thought Krishna conscious was the thing, and he's going to come and make inquiries about it. I told him about the Sunday feast, and he was attracted, and he said, is it going to be kirtan there? I said, yes. And I told him about the evening kirtan. So I said, if you want to stay for the kirtan, because you can come to the afternoon one and stay, and I make myself available to introduce you. And he was so happy. So he went away with a really happy mood and said he will come. So I was really pleased with that. It's not necessarily giving the books and selling so many books and having so many Lakshmi. It's to do with the connection, the seed you plant, and the hearts you touch. It's so beautiful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice story, Mataji. Yes, this is actually speaking is a very talent. Anudvegkaram vakyam satyam priya hitam chayat, always to be well-wishing words, which is not piercing the opposite person's heart. But these are always cooling words, nectarine words. This is the qualities of a devotee. Sarvaihi gunaihi tatra samasate suraha. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagvatya kinchina. These are the wealth of the devotees who is devoted his life to Krishna. This is the wealth. People, but it cannot be seen by eyes, materialistic eyes. Someone sees gold or money or land or buildings, something like dresses, but that is not the real wealth. Real wealth is this, the qualities which cannot be seen by the material eyes. They're always embedded to the soul, nature, behavior. This is the real wealth. Thank you so much, Mataji. You have got that kind of wealth got from Radha Gokulananda and distributing to everyone. Thank you so much, Jahnakanya Mataji. Any other?
Hare Krishna. I would like to say to the group, you don't have to know, and have a sort of a rote way of you know being on book distribution. It's just being human and kind, and exchanging, really exchanging love of each other people. You want to share, don't keep it to yourself. And then you learn from the people. So don't think you have to be expert at this. It's not like that. It's having a relationship with the public in a way that you are wanting to share, and not keep everything to yourself, and like Kaushalya was a kind woman, but the other co-wife was not. And so that's how Rama suffered. But it was destined, and Rama took it as his duty. And that is what we should do, even when we're having pains. Take it as part of your experience and your duty. You have to live it. And then you become rich afterwards in your heart. And that's what you should be aiming at, is enriching your heart, not having assets that is available in the material world. That doesn't make you happy. Haribol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very enlightening words. Okay. Any other reflections? Dinasreshta Mataji, Asha Mataji. Usha Mataji, Gaurangi Mataji. Okay, so if there are no further reflections, there's no questions or no sharings, then we shall go towards conclusion, concluding our session. Okay, thank you so much, dear devotees. It is very beautiful association having Sangha and reading Ramayana, Bhagavatam, Prabhupada's letter, Damodarashtakam, all auspicious. This is the pious activities. Krita Punya Punja. This Sukadeva Goswami mentions. Krita Punya Punja. We get association with Krishna after so many accumulating pious credits. You enjoy with Krishna. Okay, so this is what we are earning. Okay, thank you so much. Usha Mata, you want to
Thank you so
share?
much, Prabhu. No, thank you so much, Prabhu. This is so much to learn, and then yes, it was so nice to read the Ramayana.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Janakini Mata, they have a good experience. I would like to know about when she went to Kirtana, and then yeah, she bringing the people to Krishna consciousness. Janakini Mataji.
Mataji, you can join us, you come to the temple sometimes. You should join
I
us. It's
do,
good.
Mataji. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Haribo.
time getting yeah,
I know.
so
I
nice.
know.
Yeah.
You have to do your duties as well, Haribo.
Yeah. I will try next week to go for the seva for making Ankur Prasad, maybe one day.
Yeah. Yeah. Any spare time, there's so much to do, you'll be surprised. So much.
Yeah.
I go there
Yeah.
sometimes if something has changed in where I'm committed, I go and join some other things, and it's so nice. The feeling you can't beat it. It's so beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
And you do when you come, you do say, why don't you?
Yes. Yes.
Very
So
well.
next week is
Like to see you
also.
more though. I don't see you a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes I see Matan, but you pass, so I just they would get chance to come and say hello to you.
Okay, but listen, come
Yeah.
just the Sankirtan sometimes on a Saturday.
Okay. Okay.
If you have time, it'd be lovely. You like it.
Yeah.
Haribo.
One or twice I went to Watford, and then it was so lovely in summertime.
Oh yeah, last week it was
Yeah.
Watford. This
Mm-hmm.
week it was in Wembley.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Papa. Thank you for it.
And sometimes you can get a lift if you put your name down.
Yeah.
I went by bus because it's hard to drive there and park and everything.
Yeah. Wembley is very difficult.
Sorry, Prabhu, we're taking over again.
Yeah. Sorry, Prabhu.
Sorry, Prabhu.
No, Mataji.
This is the only time we can have the kind of little bit of conversation. And Dina Mataji, how are you?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Hare Krishna, all devotees, Dandat Pranam. By our Lord grace, we are fine. Thank you, Mataji. Lovely to join association to get the, more what is called Prabhuji. No bhakti, sorry. My daughter saying bhakti. To get the charge our, bhakti spiritual. Yes, my daughter is right.
Charge up, yeah.
Yeah, charge of our bhakti, Mataji. When we in a association, Mataji, it gives you what you call spiritual is positive vibe, Mataji.
Yes, that's
If you
true.
if you're not in an association, you gonna be engaged in the material life, Mataji, and
Yeah.
doing all the time all that material chores only. You'll not get the time for to do the spiritual thing, anything. Feel so guilt, Mataji. I don't know how to come out from this material things to spiritual. I'm stuck, Mataji. To be honest, I'm trying
Mataji,
to help
listen.
myself, but still I couldn't do it here and there, Mataji. Sometimes I feel so sad myself. I'm. I know everything, but still I couldn't help myself, Mataji.
Yes, of course. Listen, you got young children. You stick to what your duty is at the moment, but you can still offer lamp twice a day today, even if it's once. Just offer lamp. That will see you through. you
Yeah,
know you will think about this group and how we are
yeah.
together. You do the same. You got to provide your duty first. Your
Yeah,
children
but
are young yet.
so
When
so
they
many
grow up.
opportunities here. Look, our association doing for the every single day some reading and doing for the some other activities also. I couldn't participate, Mataji. I feel so guilt. I don't
No,
know how
don't.
to manage the time, how to take it out the time and do it. I don't know, Mataji. So I feel
Okay,
really,
try to shed the guilt and
yeah.
focus on your family. They soon grow up. You wouldn't with before you wink, they've grown up, and you get opportunity because you're young, Mataji. You got plenty. Look at me. I'm old, and now I'm
No,
performing.
Mataji, you are not old. Who said to you old, Mataji? Do
I
not
am.
do not compare the bodily, Mataji. You just think about your spiritual soul, Mataji.
So
Mataji,
listen, you got plenty time ahead. So think about that. The little tiny bit you do, like when you come, that
Yeah.
is growing. That's growing because that's probably why you feel guilty because you like to do more of it. But you got to try and
Yes,
drop the
Mataji. I
guilt.
want to do many things, but I couldn't do it, unfortunately, Mataji. Then I feel myself very guilt. I want to do this and that, but I couldn't do it. Just I'm doing sincerely only one thing, Mataji. Doing the, children responsibility and chanting. Only two, Mataji,
Oh,
nothing
well,
else.
listen, chanting is uppermost.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. No, that's
Other
good.
things, I would love to read the book and attend the class, and I want to learn more things. I couldn't do it, Mataji. I don't know how to.
Listen,
Sorry,
just
Amok Prabhuji, you was on say something, and Mataji and me going on.
yes, Prabhu, say something, Prabhu.
Jahanakanya Mataji is young, so Mataji is always surcharged with so much of empowerment, so that she gives energy by looking Mataji's inspiration to all of us.
Yeah, true, Prabhuji.
So
Well,
many,
Mataji, do not think you are older. You are not older, Mataji. You are too young.
yeah.
We are uh, I shouldn't say that word, but I am not that much gone to feel the vibe, Mataji. We are spiritual soul, Mataji. Just the
Yeah.
bodily is become little bit here and there, Mataji. Somehow our Lord and Guru Maharaj mercy, we are connect with the Krishna and we got the spiritual things little bit, you know, what do I have to say, blowing, Mataji. So
Can I tell you something? Chanting
yes,
was
Mataji.
the way I move forward. Chanting is beautiful. So you have got the best in a way. If you think about it, all the scriptures, and you know it a lot. I know you do. So
Yeah.
think about using that chanting to overcome all the guilt that you're carrying. Don't try and drop the guilt from today. Try and drop it.
Oh,
It's not
thank you,
easy
Mataji.
because
Yeah, it
that's
is
a good
no,
sign
Mataji.
anyway. It's a good sign anyway because you want to do more.
Yeah.
And you
Mataji, to be honest, Mataji, I got bhakti.
yes.
I begin with the chanting, Mataji.
Yes, and you
Some
got
people
your
saying doing the people association, some people saying reading the book and this and that,
yeah.
But for me is by chanting, Mataji, I connect with the Krishna and
That's
our
great
Srila
there.
Prabhupada.
And
I
you
can feel our Guru Maharaj, I can feel our Srila Prabhupada and our Lord Shiva, Mataji.
of course, and you take a Bal Gopal with you when you go. It's beautiful. When I was so impressed the first time I met you when you brought it to.
Haribol, Mataji.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
desire, Mataji. Nothing I am, Mataji. Because of them, whatever I can, I'm doing, Mataji.
But you
Without
got a
them,
good
it's
mood.
nothing life, Mataji.
You got a good mood, my lovely. So
Yeah.
keep that
Hare
good
Krishna.
mood. If you feel you're nothing, that is the way. You don't pretend to be something. In the material world, it's all show. Don't worry to show. You just be in your heart.
Thank you, Mataji. You giving me positive feelings to feel my that guilt to remove. I really appreciate Mataji. Thank you.
Yeah, and keep chanting. Keep
Yes.
chanting. The Lord will. This is what the Lord wants. This is your attraction to Him, not to anybody else.
Today I decided, Mataji, many days I was thinking I will attend the class, I will attend the class. Somehow I couldn't do it. I decided today I will sit down today. Whatever is
Yes,
consequences
that's
it is,
it. It's
I will ignore it.
determination.
I will do it today. That's why I'm sitting today very calmly, Mataji. I avoid all the things and just I'm doing today.
Good. And that's determination. And Krishna knows your heart. Krishna
Hmm.
knows everything. He's with you. So don't let the world pull you down. The world is there. It's wicked world. It's always going to be ready to get you in that entanglement. You're not sure what you should do or this and that. It's always waiting there to grab you and make you feel worse than you are. You're not. You're doing well.
It's such a long time ago, Mataji. We didn't meet this our Sangha. I think we should do the get together once soon, Mataji.
Yes, I actually I would like to do something at my place. Would you all come though?
Where do you live, Mataji? Wow, think about it, Mataji.
Near Watford, near the
Oh,
Kemp.
near Watford we can travel. 1 hour travel is not difficult for us. It's more than that, a little bit, Mataji, with children.
Bring the children. I could have it late afternoon, so
Hmm.
it hasn't got to get late night.
Yeah.
I would organize it, and we can call Vipin Prabhu to do the like a sangha.
Yeah. Hari
And
Bol.
if you guys want to, and if Prabhu can come, it'd be such a great thing because he went to Hema Mataji, and I didn't get to have him here.
Yeah, I heard it too also, Prabhuji. I was missing your association. Hema Mataji was saying to us, yeah, Prabhuji was there. Prabhuji, we really wants to see you and have your lovely association, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. So I'm in Halifax here. So it I need to put so much of endeavors, but I do not know. First of all, that facility, I do not get to travel to that South London. Sorry, South England. That is where London is, and especially it's a bit hard journey, Mataji. But definitely, I'll come as soon as possible. I don't
You
know.
know, your guru, when is he coming, Prabhu? So that would be a good trip to come and see your guru, and you get an opportunity, and we can plan it around then.
My Guru Maharaj has come during, I mean, a couple of weeks ago to Leicester at the time when many devotees have got this treat.
All right. Oh,
Who's your Guru Maharaj? Prabhuji, sorry to asking you.
His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj.
Hari Bol. Is he here now at the moment, Prabhuji?
He is in Salem, Mataji.
Okay.
So he is traveling all over the world, Salem, and there are so many farm projects he is managing. In the Salem, there is a stone temple is being constructed, which is in Tamil Nadu, South India,
Hari Bol.
by one of his disciples. Um,
yes,
and
he's doing a lot of that, isn't he?
yes, Mataji, there are some farm communities where devotees just only pure devotion, no phones and laptops, computers. They grow their own food and devotional service, and then learning Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, and that is community is very beautiful. It is all eco-friendly. It is
Yeah.
Sri Kakulam some project. So that is Kurma Grama. And likewise in Gujarat, there are many villages are being done. once again, it is reviving our Vedic Dharma. That this is the religions, the Varnashrama Dharma.
Wonderful. He's a prolific book distributor as well, isn't he?
Yes, Mataji. Yes, one side his disciples are going on book distribution is our heart and soul of our program.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. How do you spell his name, Prabhu?
Bhakti Vikasa Swami. Vikasa Vikasa Swami.
Because
Bhakti Vikasa. Yes.
yeah. Oh, how lovely. He's really amazing. When he came to the temple, yeah, he came to the bookstall. He was so lovely.
Yes.
Lovely to hear about your Guru Maharaj's grace, Prabhuji. Hari Bol.
Yes, Haribol.
When we spiritual people glory hearing, it's make our heart also cleanse. So bless Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
So do you get contact with your Guru, Prabhu? Lots?
Not a lot, Mataji. So we get our Guru Maharaj giving lectures. So we hear from his lectures and take away points, especially book distribution.
Oh, really? Is anybody can go to that, or you're just disciples?
Anyone can participate within that one.
So can I join? I mean, can you share the link, or you got to ask them?
For book distribution, Mataji.
Yeah.
Specifically, this is Keshu Gokulanand Prabhuji from the Mana temple. You are aware of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's my god brother. So he is kind of leading in UK.
Oh, really? Is he your god brother? Oh, wow. He's lovely. He's a very nice person.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Because he's in our book. Yeah. But he's busy.
That's Mataji.
He does a lot. Yeah. He's good at book distribution.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We are already there then. In the same. We are associating with our god brothers.
Yeah. But we don't meet up that much because we do different parts. The book table in the temple has changed. That we jointly doing it with School of Bhakti, and it's mostly information desk now, and you have to commit 4 hours at a time. So
Yeah.
there's some couples do 4 hours and another couple do 4 hours, and so we are out on the fields now, which is not bad. It's good. It's not the same. You don't see people coming through every day like I used to. It is okay, it's a different environment. That's all.
That's Mataji.
But there's so much to do at the temple anyway. I'm not short of any service at all. I go to care home also to see people, and in their home, if they're lonely, take prasadam to them. We got a big prasadam service now. I don't know, Usha Mataji, you know about